Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Katie Quintana, and today I'm just going to do a very quick video just talking about our homeschool schedule and how our day runs. So my boys usually wake up like 6, sometimes they sleep maybe till 7. The girls and I usually sleep till about 7:30, which is when my husband's getting ready to leave for work, so we all get up. The kids have, well, and me, we have between 7:30 and 8:30 to get all of our morning routine done. So for the kids, that means they have to get up, they have to make their beds, get dressed, eat some breakfast, brush their teeth, brush their hair. They have to say a prayer, and they have to do a morning chore, which is just something really easy like make sure the cats have food and water, or empty the silverware out of the dishwasher, or something really simple. And then everybody has to be at the table by 8:30 to start school. So 8:30 to 9, we do our Bible time. So that's usually just reading a psalm or a proverb. We go over our catechism for the week. And now that Awanas is about ready to start back up, we will practice Awana verses. This week we're actually practicing some verses on anger, and I'm going to do a video about what we're working on this week with like anger management and self-control. So I will have that later this week, so check back if you're interested in it. 9 to 9:30 we do morning basket, which our morning basket, like most of our school time in the morning is all together anyways, but our morning basket is specifically things like we're doing, go over some poems, there's some drawing books that they can draw, like learn to draw animals while we're doing poetry. Then we have like our story cubes in there right now, so we're really practicing using our imagination, telling complete stories. Even my 3-year-old sits with us during this whole time. He does Bible story with us, he does the morning basket, so even he's involved with telling the stories. So we do things like that. We do some kind of little hands-on game type thing, team building activity in the morning baskets. And then we do, from 9:30 to 10, we do math. So for my oldest, she does Christian Light, so she does not do an entire lesson. I go through and I circle the ones that she needs to do each day. So I circle some that need review, and all the new ones she has to do, like anything new introduced in that lesson she has to do. And then I go through the ones that I know she needs some more work on, or just reviewing ones we haven't done in a while. So she usually has maybe 20 problems to do, and I think they probably have more like 40 or so in each lesson, so she really only has to do about half of one, unless I know she's struggling with something, and then she'll do more practice with it. And then the boys, they do a lot of hands-on stuff, just like they get the balance out and work on things like that. They have hundreds charts and they work on that kind of stuff. Nikolai just practices counting. Zakiah does have worksheets and workbooks that he does because he likes to do them, so he does them some. And then sometimes he uses figurines or something to practice his math facts. From 10 to 10:30 we do snack, and then I will be reading aloud. So right now our read aloud is Heidi. So I read aloud a chapter and we discuss it while they're having their snack. 10:30 to 11 we kind of switch back and forth. We do science or geography or Spanish. So we usually do a lot of in-depth science, and this year we're switching to more in-depth history. So we still have science, we're doing botany, and we'll keep doing it for probably another 2 months or so, and then the boys are really wanting to do some dinosaur stuff. So we will switch to dinosaurs, and then we'll probably do more science than what we've been doing right now, because we're doing it about once a week right now. So for like science, we'll just sit and do the botany mostly with Grace. The boys usually will go play and not be really into it. For geography, we do a lot of play with maps. Like I have a big map shower curtain, we lay it out, they all play on it, pick the continents, put animals or people and things. So they play learning all the continents, and then we're getting into learning the states. So we have maps where we can learn the states and where we've lived and where we know family has lived and where certain animals can be found in the US and things like that. So we always have it as hands-on as can be. And then Spanish, the same thing. We're just doing fun little words that we're learning or little phrases. They have some flashcards. I'm going to start introducing some Spanish songs and some YouTube videos teaching them Spanish, but we haven't really done a whole lot yet with it. From 11 to 11:30, we do history. So that's mostly Grace and I. The boys will sit there because I give them some kind of coloring activity to start with, but they're free to leave whenever. But we are studying early American history. Right now we are at Still Explorers. We are studying pirates this next week, so the boys are probably going to be more involved than they have been. 11:30 to 12, we do English. So that is any of their writing, any of their read alouds and stuff. So Grace will be working with me, doing stuff out of her first language lessons book, while Sakai is reading quietly to himself. And then we'll switch, where she will finish the lesson by herself and do a little bit of reading and writing while I work with Sakaya and have him read out loud to me. 12 to 12:30, we do lunch, and I will do a history reading out loud. So we have a lot of great books that we found at our library that are early American history, like historical fiction stuff. So we are going to be reading some of those out loud during lunchtime. From 12:30 to 1, we have I'll have a sensory activity set up for them usually. And I want to play, if you guys know Classical Conversations, they have a timeline song. We don't do a lot of classical conversation stuff, but I do like their timeline song. So we are introducing that. We do their history cards too. So I figured this will be good for Grace to have the order in her mind better with the song. So we are just going to start from early American history point and learn the rest of the song from there. So we'll be listening to that while doing sensory activities. Then 1 to 1:30, it's usually educational video. So we're doing like signing time, or we'll get some educational videos from the library, or we'll just do like a Planet Earth or something. And that's usually when I'm getting the baby laid down for bed and everything. That's why they kind of have a movie. Then 1:30 to 3 is free play. As long as they've got all their work done, they can go play. Now, if my daughter was messing around and not getting her math done in the 30 minutes time that she has, where I believe she was, capable of getting it done, then she has to miss some of her free play to do the rest of her math. So that's kind of how we work that. And the free play is screen free until they've completed so many things. We have a whole list of things they have to do each day, which involves things just like be kind, get all their schoolwork done. So like what I mean by be kind is they actually have to do an act of kindness to someone. Then they have to be creative, they have to build something, they have to do some exercise, they have to make sure their chores are done, things like that. And then they can have screen time, but most of that time I'm trying to make screen free as much as possible. And then 3 to 3:30, they have their afternoon chores before Daddy gets home, and we can start cleaning up the house and getting it ready and get dinner started. So then Daddy usually gets home around 4:30. So that's how our day goes. So I'd love to hear like what works for you guys. Do you guys spread it out? Do you do big chunks? What do you do with your little guys while you're doing school with your older ones? So far, we really haven't had a huge issue because Nikolai's always willing to sit at the table when the big kids are there. So we'll see how it is when Rebecca's getting a little bit bigger. Right now she's 1, so she kind of just wanders everywhere and just is constantly begging for a snack or to try to pull things out of the cabinets. But hopefully she does as well as Nikolai and is willing to sit at the table and do a lot of stuff with us. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And if you aren't subscribed already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and that little bell to get notified when we have new videos. I will be doing some homeschool videos throughout the year. I do a lot of Christian living videos. I'm going to be doing a lot of homemaking, parenting. If you're interested in that, go ahead and subscribe, and we'll see you later.